Namaste. This is your host Ramesh Lamisane for a special educational talk show in matter education. Dear audience, the attraction of Nepalese students for abroad study is increasing day by day. If you ask Nepalese students today about their future plans, the majority of the students would give the answer their plan is to study abroad. The lack of skill-based and practical education in Nepalese education system has increased the number. Similarly, the desire to get an international degree, learn the world's work style and culture, and adopt a high-class lifestyle has also increased the number. Among many destinations of abroad study for Nepalese students, Australia has always been the top chosen destination of Nepalese students. In this context, we're talking about study options and opportunities in Australia today. For the same purpose, we have Ozford Susan, the head of marketing, student recruitment and admissions in Ozford College, Australia. Let's go and welcome her. Susan, welcome to Nepal and welcome to the special educational talk show in matter education.
Thank you very much for hosting me today.
Let's begin with your purpose of visit to Nepal this time.
Yes, I've been in Kathmandu for a few days. I haven't been here for the last 3 years through the pandemic times. So it's a pleasure to be back in Kathmandu. I enjoy Nepal very much, love to see all my friends, and it's been really fun times seeing everyone. It's been so long.
Okay, so what's the purpose of coming to Nepal again after 3 years?
Well, I'm the head of marketing, student recruitment and admissions at Ozford Institute of Higher Education. We are located in Melbourne, Australia, a private provider. The reason I'm here in Nepal this time is to meet all my channel partners, my education agents, and students and family and parents to talk about getting them to come to Australia again to study now that the pandemic is over.
Mm-hmm. As I said in the background, Australia has always been one of the top chosen destinations for Nepalese students who want to study abroad. So, what do you think? How is Australia a good destination for Nepalese students who are willing to study abroad?
Well, Australia is the best study destination for any international student. Australia is very welcoming to international students, especially Nepalese students. At Ozford itself, we have many Nepalese students in our higher education programs, our bachelor and our master's program. So Australia loves Nepalese students because they are the best students.
How do you introduce Ozford to Nepali parents and students?
Well, Ozford has been around for the last 20 years. If you haven't heard of us, please look at the website, ozford.edu.au. We offer bachelor programs, business and accounting, and we also offer an MBA and an MPA, and English language programs as well.
Among many educational institutions in Australia, why should Nepali students choose Ozford in particular?
That's true. There are many providers. Not only are there many providers in Australia, you have many countries to choose from. What I advise Nepalese students to do is to do proper research on which country you like to study in, and also within the country itself in Australia, you have a choice of Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth, so many choices, so many cities and also regional areas. So do a proper research before you decide on Melbourne and Australia and Ozford, of course.
So what are the courses you are offering and how are they different from other institutions?
Well, we offer a pathway program for students who have IELTS or PTE. So sometimes a student doesn't do very well in any of those, but that's okay. We offer a pathway through our Diploma of Business into the Bachelor of Business and Bachelor of Business Accounting. And for the Master's student, we offer a pathway from the Graduate Diploma in Management plus the MBA and MPA.
So my concern was, how are these courses different from other institutions in Australia?
Well, every course in Australia is accredited by the regulators. So every course we offer to international students are CRICOS registered. And not only that, we are also endorsed by TAXA, which is the regulatory body encompassing all higher education programs. So if you ask me how different it is, the program is actually exactly the same because we are all AQF accredited. Now, most of the difference would be the provider itself. The campus, the location, the facilities, the staff, the quality of the lecturers, and also the quality of the education offered.
What about the fee structure and scholarship opportunity?
Well, if you come to Australia and study in a university, be prepared to pay Aussie dollars, about $35,000 a year. But at Ozford, we offer our bachelor students $19,000, our master's student $19,800. Very affordable fee. And for those who are academically strong and also high CGPA or high IELTS, we do offer a scholarship of a discount in the first year fee, and subsequently on academic performance, they get a discount as well in their fee.
Studying in a college or university these days not only mean gaining a university degree, but it's also a process of acquiring skills and building capacity to prepare yourself for the future. What sort of internship opportunity and placement services are available at Ozford?
Well, that's a very good question, because an education is not just about getting the piece of paper. It is to get students job ready. So at Ozford, the bachelor programs and the master program has an internship component. It is a mandatory internship component in the last year of the bachelor and the last year of the masters. So with the internship program, we also offer students a student success program as well. So we have a student success coach to enable students to succeed while they're studying at Ozford. So they get a chance to work with an Australian employer out in the workplace, which really encompasses their all-round holistic education to make them job ready when they graduate.
International students may also have a dream of being settled in Australia. What about the PSW visas there?
Yes, the PSW visa, very interesting, because the Australian government has increased it. So after you finish a bachelor program, you are entitled to a 4-year post-study work visa. After completion of a master's program, you are eligible for a 5-year post-study visa. That's amazing, isn't it? I think it's great. And for a PhD student, you can get 6 years after that.
It is said that visa rates in Australia is very low these days. Why is it so?
Well, visa rates, it's true, visa rates are very cyclical. So, in January this year, there were lots of visa grants, and suddenly in June, July, the visa grants stopped and plateaued off to nothing, no outcome, because of that Section 56, which we all know about. But now, the visas have started coming again, and I think since October. So I'm very positive towards the March 2023 intake that lots of visas will be granted. So Nepalese students, I totally encourage you to lodge your application with your agent immediately and start applying for your education loan.
Since you have a long experience in this educational field, what do you think is the reason behind the decrease of visa rates?
Well, I think there's so many factors. I think a lot of it is dependent on government policy at that time. So it is a really difficult question to answer since I'm not from the Australian government. So I probably won't answer that one. But then it is really depending on the world economy, the politics, the government, and so many different factors affect it.
You may have some hints, tips for the agencies working here to increase the visa rates?
Well, the agents that I work with are very established and very reputable agents. So I encourage agents to, especially new agents who are in the field of recruiting for Australia, to make sure they complete a course, the EATC course, and in addition to that, make sure they get themselves trained up with providers who offer them a lot of training, whether via Zoom or via face-to-face. Make sure you complete the training before actually counseling students. That way, you will be more successful in getting visas.
Anything you like to say in the end to the Nepalese students and parents?
Well, Nepal, thank you very much for hosting me. Every time I come to this country, I enjoy the people, the food, and it's always a pleasure to be here. So for Nepalese students who have just completed their 2022 exams and the 2021 pass-outs as well, please don't waste time. If you know that you do want to go abroad, you want to study abroad, make sure you start your research right now. Go and enroll in a PTE or IELTS course, and after you've enrolled, make sure you speak to the education agent who is properly trained to advise you. And after getting this advice, lodge your application with the provider of your choice and immediately commence your education loan. Now, the intake for Ozford is on the 14th of March 2023. And I've just got word that there is a webinar from the Home Affairs which says that you have to lodge your visa 8 weeks before commencement date, which means by middle of January you have to lodge your visa. So don't hesitate, don't delay, don't waste time. Make sure you reduce your gap and quickly apply for the destination and provider of your choice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Susan, for your valuable time for Matra education. Enjoy your time in Nepal.
Thank you so much.